Okay, Jeff. First things first.
I'll show how fat I am.
Yeah, this is a before.
Right. Look, this is...
No.
Put
it away.
Of.
So
Right,
basically,
okay,
before we do anything too vigorous, we need to warm the body up, because that is something even the professionals do. A gentle warm-up. Jeff will show you a couple of the gentle warm-ups that you really should do before we get into the meat and gravy of getting you fitter, stronger and more mobile.
Okay.
So crack on.
So what I was understanding from Stephen is that in actual fact I've got to get my body generally moving, ready for the exercises. Now the first thing he's told me is to do some simple squats, but squats that are for older people. So what you need to have is just something like this, or a dining room chair, because we're going to just shoulder apart, as you can see. So if I put my hands down here, pointed at my toes, I'm ready. Now, is that I want to be balanced, but with a squat, you have to initiate as if you're going to sit into a chair. And that's it, simple. Down, and now I've just touched that, and then up. I'm not going to go into a deep squat because I'm too old to do that. So if I do this 10 times for the first session, and this is where we want to be, this is not doing a massive, let's exhaust ourselves. Here's 10.
So he's not sitting down, he's just briefly touching it, and then that impels him back up again. And
then Stephen has said, well then after that, you just go forward and you can hold a position. This is then exercising all the quads here and my glutes, and giving me a bit of balance. I can feel on my ankles, I'm doing a little stretch on my ankles, which is what we want to do. Then when we come through, feet apart, and now it's a simple twist.
Again, don't overdo it. As the yoga masters will say, you've got to look for the edge and just reach the point where you're comfortable, and as you get more and more used to doing this, then you'll push it just a little more.
Okay, so that's already stretched my chest and got my spine moving. Then Stephen said go into the fighter mode, which is this one here, and keeping your head still is moving your shoulders and the upper part of your spine. Just pushing with your arms. And Stephen will do the talking because this is tiring me out.
Because what we're doing is we're flexing the lower back.
Then we're doing this foot forward. Yeah,
switching legs.
Balancing.
This is when I... Go on then.
Yeah. So foot forward, balanced on this leg, stretching this one here. Okay, not moving your head, just moving your shoulders. See how much more flexible Stephen is than me?
Yeah, I was moving my head that, wasn't I?
Yeah, but I can't go that far back as you can because I'm old and stiff. So that's what I want to move. I want to be able to do what he's doing.
And I think I'm stiff.
Yeah. So there you can see already what we're trying to achieve. Then again, Stephen has said to me, right, now we do this one, hand on that side, feet together, this up here, and now I'm going down in order to do what?
It's interesting to see how we differ.
Yeah.
Hand down, this hand up. Oh, is it killer?
Right, but you're
gone to the edge.
Stretching the whole of you, but I can do more than you. Now, what I'm doing, and what I learned from yoga in India, I take a breath, then breathe out, and on the breathing out, I relax down into it. So I want to hold that, because it's now stretching all of this. Then the other side.
Breathe out.
And take it down a little bit more. And people will say, oh no, you do that, you do that. All different variations, but I prefer
It's
to
discipline,
do
yeah.
this.
And just feeling the
It's just
stretch
that whole
in the
thing.
muscles. Think about the muscles.
And then rotating my shoulders.
Slowly.
Slowly.
That's it.
Slowly getting that.
3 in one direction, and then stop, and then 3 in the other direction. Feeling the whole range of movement, feeling those shoulder blades.
Yeah. And now this is something for you to tell me, Stephen, is that the tendency is you hold your breath, and but you've got to breathe properly, haven't you, all the time? Okay, cool. Okay, and then, the cracking and the creaking, you
you'll
can
feel it.
there. But it's keeping you relaxed.
Do that one a little bit slowly.
Alright, slower. Oh.
Yes.
Keep my tummy in. See, I'm doing, not rotating it.
Yeah, so you're going too quickly and you're moving your body.
Okay.
You've got to try and focus on the muscles that are allowing your neck and head to move. Relaxing the shoulders, feeling it as you go through the 360 degrees, and come back to centre, and then
through, around,
keeping tall, and then going the other direction.
Up and around.
You can feel the burn. Feels good.
Now, that sort of makes me feel better in that side of things. And again, the importance is he can push me a lot harder, but I don't want to be pushed too hard on this first session. We want to just show you what you can do that's comfortable and just eases you into the routine. So from here, Stephen has said, what we want to do, if we move this out of the way, and we'll edit that, is to get just some stretches through on these muscles here, down. And it's like a lunge. But unlike you see people in the gym, us old people, we need to be just a little gentle. And the great thing with this, it does the muscles on the side of the shins, as well as the quads. You're stretching these muscles and those. It also helps you stop wobbling, I think, maybe. This I find more difficult because I've got my big toe is painful. But here, see, I can't get down on this knee quite as I want to, but just do a little bit and get into that routine of it. Now, what Stephen can do,
It may not be the same, because this one's a different one from what I do. So now you want me to go down?
Yeah, and drop in. You're supposed to drop that knee. It's not.
And I've got bad knees.
Yeah.
It's a confession. But I'm a lot more stable than Jeffrey
you've
is.
got more of that core strength to do it.
Should be better on the other one.
Now you're left-footed,
Yes.
or you're right-footed, left.
I'm left-footed.
Left-footed. Okay.
Probably can hear my knees.
Yeah. I can also see all your muscles standing out, but that's that one.
It's working the knees. It's not my favourite.
No. And then Stephen was showing me that now this is just a yoga stance. he showed me this, of doing the warrior thing. So back foot like this one forward, and you just sink down into this, looking forward, holding this back as far as you can, and then breathe down through your stomach. Holding it for as long as you can. Which on this session is not going to be that long, because I've got to get used to these. And then of course you reverse. Now, when you see the people that really know how to do it, they just do it a swizzle, but I can't do that because I'm not stable enough. And then just taking it down. Really starting to stretch there. Now, of course, what's important is that we don't want to overdo it. And this is the biggest difficulty, and I found this before. My younger image mind, in my mind, will say, go for it, Jeff, do this, do that. And then, of course, when I wake up the next day, all my muscles are aching. I have to go through the whole thing again. So, our message to you is little and often. Don't try to be the super athlete in the first couple of sessions. So there we are, we've got that, and I'm feeling a lot more flexible, ready for it. And then what we do need to do is to, and this is where it becomes a problem, you've got to get down here. So down onto this. Now, Stephen has already said, and he's telling me all the time, go down and stretch your back. Now my back is very inflexible. I can feel the stretch. There's also a killer on my toes.
Yeah.
So
this would be better on a carpet as opposed to where he is.
Yeah, or a yoga mat. But here I want to be pushing myself
Your shoulders would feel great on this, but you have to be careful again, and I do with my knees. I can't go back that far with my knees, so I work my shoulders a lot more, stretching further forward.
Oh, right. What you need
feels
to
really, yes.
Right.
See, that feels.
Yeah, that now is pushing my shoulders.
All your vertebrae are.
If I push myself back, I really want to be stretching that back up and down. Okay. Now that I'm here, let's just do a couple of simple floor exercises. Again, as Stephen has shown me, because for the core strength is not only here, but it's also here and around the hips, which is very important. So, I'm going to go down here, and Stephen has already shown me this, and feet together, stretch, and then lift it up. And as Stephen already says, this is easy for me because I've got a cushion there in my stomach, which enables me to pivot up a lot easier than he can. Enough of that.
Yeah.
So
let's assume he's done 10.
And then we've got other exercises we'll show you to add on to that. But then again, we've got to keep that flexibility in the back. Stephen, you're telling me all this? You got to do talking, not me. Again, another yoga, or you could even do from here the yoga of again, it's exercising, pushing, and also exercising your shoulders.
See, I simply can't do that.
And just hold it for as long as you can, breathing normally and through, and lift up and into this one. Now we want to relax the back and do the cat stretch, which is breathing in, breathing in, dropping your back down, and then breathing out and getting your belly button up to your spine. Pushing up, down, making sure you lift your head and stretch through. Now that gives you a set of getting your body active on it, and we want to build off of that. But if you're Dad Grandad, and Dad, I'm talking to you now, if you just do that day 1, day 2, get your body moving and more fluid, then you can start to do the next set of exercises we'll show you in the next instalment. And then build on it from there, and then we vary in order to get it through. But I need to be able to do it because I've got to get rid of this, get this mobility into my hips, and get my back working a lot better. I'm not all about just building these biceps, that'll come anyway, but it's that mobility within my body, and so I can be a little bit more flexible. Okay, now I'm down here. This is where it becomes a bit more difficult, but this is what you need to practice as well, rather than grabbing hold of furniture, and be able to push up and then hold it. But don't just jerk yourself up. Use everything now with whatever you're doing, standing tall, stretching and rotating those hips in order to get that mobility. So again, this is why it's quite good if you're on your own, a bit of music playing, and you can just be mobile and wobbly. So
nobody judging you, you're just doing it at your own pace.
Yeah.
And seeing your own progress, because this won't all come on day 1 or 2, but you will see little gains when you feel just a tiny bit better, and that's the encouragement and the motivation.
And what's already done with me is that I can feel my heart rate's elevated, I'm a little breathy, and I know that my pulse is picking up. Those endomorphins, is it endomorphins that are being released after exercise?
Endorphins.
Endorphins will make me feel a little happier, and that's the start of the journey, and that's all we want to really get you onto, is that first step into this road of a much better fitness. So thank you, and then we'll see you on the next episode.